Hi, everyone. Dr. Vicky here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center in Wareham, Massachusetts. It's time for Taroscopes. Again, we're going to be doing the Taroscopes for the sign of Cancer. That's Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, or Cancer Rising for the month of August 2027. And August is it's in its way a much nicer month than the last couple of months. And can we call it nicer or not nicer? It's been challenging, let's put it that way. Honestly, it seems like it's been challenging for at least a decade, maybe longer. But we have an energy in August that brings more manifestation. It's like we've been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and working and waiting and a lot of faith and then August comes and things start to move and things start to manifest pretty quickly. So we can expect to see that. Before we get into the tarot and the oracle, I'm going to be using the Spirit Animal Oracle for the Oracle pull and the Tarot of Transformation for the tarot reading. But I want to go over the astrology as it pertains to Cancer. Now, just in general, the month of August is punctuated, begins and ends with a full moon. So that's always exciting. And right in the middle on the 16th, we have a new moon in Leo, and that new moon is powerful in that it is square Uranus, and Mars makes it its exact trine, Leo side trine to Uranus that day. So there is all of this Leo, Uranian, Taurus, because Uranus is in Taurus, martial, Mars and Virgo energy. So this is a real sort of push forward in a way, in the realm of creative self-expression, in the realm of healing, in the realms of manifestation. And so it's a powerful time, and I think we're going to look back and say, wow, August was good. July was fraught, June was fraught, May was fraught, everything was fraught, and we come to August and the energy is somewhat shifted. And so we'll talk about it. The full moon, in Aquarius, the moon's in Aquarius. The sun, of course, is in Leo. For the Cancer, this is your 8th house. With the 8th house is the moon, and we have the sun in the 2nd house. So the illumination is around your values and the values you share with others. We also have on the same day, and the interesting thing about the first week of August is that everything happens on the day of that full moon, and then we have the rest of the week to sort of allow it to integrate. We also have a trine between Mars and Jupiter. For you, Cancer, this is your 3rd and 11th house. These are your air houses, your relationship houses. There is an energy to connect with siblings and friendly connections with siblings, which is nice. We also have an opposition between Mercury and Saturn. Mercury is the planet of the mind. Saturn is limitation. So we come to a realization around a limitation that we may have, a limitation of the mind, a limitation of what we think. A line is drawn in the sand. Something comes to our attention in a way that it hasn't before. And perhaps we draw the line in the sand and we say, enough is enough. No more. You cannot cross this line. This is where it stops. And so there's this need to say stop to something or someone at this time. 2nd week of August highlights a square of Jupiter and the sun. Now, the sun and Jupiter are the 2 largest things in the solar system. And when they connect, it's always big. Now, squares can create crisis, so there can be a big crisis. There can be some egotistical energy around this, so you will see people like fluffing themselves up and the like. Um, we also have a trine between Mercury and Jupiter, which are nice because Mercury and Jupiter are the two planets that rule the mind. So it's like our intuitive mind and our logical mind are working in tandem. There's a flow between them, which is very, very helpful. And for you, Cancer, it's your third house and your 11th house. So we have the sibling, early environment and the friend's house. So you might actually get to hang around with friends from your past, actually, at this time. This would be a good time. Or hang around with your siblings. So maybe you and your siblings go on some sort of vacation together, which would be a nice way to spend the time in August, actually. The third week of August is the week that we have that new moon, which is very powerful and in a way surprising. Real surprising things happen at that new moon. Before we get to the new moon, however, we do have a conjunction between the sun and Venus. Now, Venus is retrograde in Leo. Leo, for you, Cancer, is your second house. So you're reevaluating what's important to you. You're reevaluating your money situation, perhaps. But we do have a conjunction. And this is the highlight of the Venus retrograde cycle. So this is when we get to the heart of the matter. And really the heart of the matter, Cancer, is that you love yourself enough to make sure that the things that are around you or that are happening to you or that you're involved in is going to benefit you. Okay. Not Cancer is generally not a selfish sign, but Cancer appreciates the nurturing that it gives others. It does like that in return. So if you can't find somebody to nurture you, don't forget self-nurturance is very important. Give yourself the time, go get a foot rub or whatever, all of that. We also have on that week, we have the square between the sun and Uranus. So this sort of continues that surprising energy. And then we have the new moon in the new moon, which is the sun and the moon in Leo, squaring that Uranus. And we also have Mars trine Uranus on that day. So a lot of very swift changes are possible. The Uranus, the Mars-Uranus energy is happening for you in your, again, 3rd and 11th house. So yeah, this is a good time to hang around with people from your old friends, perhaps. Yeah, I like that for this week for you. I might actually, that might be the week I go down to New Jersey and hang out with my old friends. But of course, you'll come along with me, right? Because I take you everywhere. We get to hang out at the beach together. We get to chat with old friends. We have some fun. Yeah, it's going to be fun. I've made up my mind. That's when it's happening. Week four. After all that fun, we have a week of possible humbling experiences, some challenges here. We have inconjuncts between the sun and Pluto and the sun and Neptune. Inconjuncts require us to make adjustments. And for you, Cancer, the adjustments are around your health and your well-being. You need to be very aware of that. You need to be aware of your own value. Very, very important. And how you, by being good to yourself, how you're actually helping the collective, right? Because you really are a healer. You really are somebody who we need to move us through this very, challenging time. But if you're not taking care of your own self, then you're not doing anybody a service. So make sure you're taking care of your health and your in your own well-being and your own financial health as well. That's going to be important. On the 22nd, we have an opposition between Mars and Neptune. This is part of a 2-year cycle of Mars and Neptune. About a year ago, Mars and Neptune came together in Pisces, and Neptune, which is spirit, source, says to Mars, which is your conscious desire nature, this is the direction you need to go into. It sort of seeded it, and now it comes to fruition. And for Cancer, that fruition comes through the 2nd and 8th house, your values, what's important to you, your money and your shared money, your shared values. So there's a point of awareness around how you're utilizing your energy. Are you utilizing it to its best effect? Or are you martyring yourself for something to consider? On the 23rd, we have the sun move into Virgo. For you, Cancer, this is your 3rd house of mind. It's your 3rd house of your sort of local neighborhood environment. It's the house of siblings. It's the house of learning. It's the house of writing. It's the house of speaking, all of those things. And so you'll find yourself doing more of that. We also have Mercury, which is the ruling planet of Virgo, stationing retrograde on that day. So we have the sun move into Virgo, and Mercury, the ruler of Virgo, goes retrograde. So there's a lot of improvement that comes with the Virgo energy. For you, Cancer, the improvement is in your environment, your environment. So you've spent your week or so with your old friends and going back and remembering and all that stuff and having a great time. Then you come back home and it's time to clean up your clutter. Quite frankly, that's the week to clean up the clutter. And if you have a lot of clutter, maybe you should start now. So when that week comes along, you do do the little things now. So when it's time to move the big things out, you can move the big things out. So that's good. And we actually have quite a bit of energy because Mars is trining Pluto at that time, and Mars is in your 3rd house. So there's a lot of energy for letting go and sweeping things away. So it's a good time to purge on the 24th. And then we have the last week of August. We have Mars moving into Libra. This is your 4th house, your home. So you can put more energy into your home now that you purge. Now maybe you can put some energy into redecorating, because Mars in Libra, Libra's a Venus ruled sign, and Venus is still retrograde in Leo. But this is really about making the space now your own. I know for me, my mother lived with us for 17 years. She had her own bedroom, and I have been slowly taking that bedroom and making it into my bedroom, or certainly a bedroom. It may end up being my bedroom. I don't know. I think so, because I don't have to climb the stairs anymore. And we live in a very old house, and the stairs they're difficult. They're not as treacherous as some old stairs I've had to go up and down, but they're not at the regular height of a regular stair. So it takes a little more effort on the knees to get up. So I'll be happy to not have to climb the stairs quite so much, especially at the end of the day when you're exhausted. You're like, oh, I gotta get up those stairs. So anyway, that's just probably too much information, but you can definitely feel that taking a space that was once something else and making it your own. So that's how it's manifesting for me. And then we have the full moon in Pisces at the end of the month. And that is the axis of your 2nd house. The sun is in your 2nd house now. And is it the 2nd house for Cancer? 2nd house and 8th house. So an awareness around what you have, what you share, your resources, what you desire, what's the next step. A good month, I think, Cancer. Spend some time with friends, enjoy, declutter, make the space your own. I love all of it. So let's see what the spirit animal oracle has to say for Cancer. So this is my little Cancer homage here and my Cancer painting. I have a couple of shells and starfish, of course, and then this little Cancer guy, this little, oops, my little crab here, who was given to me by a fellow crab. So it means a lot to me. Cute little crab. And then, of course, my favorite, moss agate, always. So that's Cancer for you this month. It's been fun. Oh, I also put that up, that fell. That was given to me by one of you. Thank you very much. She sent me a whole bunch. I love this artist. And she sent me some cards and a picture. Very, very generous. I have very generous subscribers. So you know who you are. Thank you. Love it. Okay, let's see. This deck is relatively new to me, but it's a fabulous deck. I love it. I love the animal decks, but this one is especially good. It's by Colette Baron-Reid, and she does a lot of really good stuff. Electric eel spirit. Ooh, this is the second time we got this, so let's see what that says. And it's interesting, it's electric eel. Let me just make sure, because there's two cards here. It may not be. Hold on. Is there two cards here, or is it just one? I need nucleus. No, I don't need nucleus. Okay, yeah, electric eel. Interesting in the ocean here. It kind of makes sense with all the Iranian energy happening this month that this would come up. And when I see this, I think of that song, we're gonna go down Electric Avenue, and then we'll take you higher, higher, higher. Welcome to Electric Avenue. Okay, bring your ideas to life. That so goes along with the month. It's amazing. Seemingly out of nowhere, the jolt of electric eel spirit appears to awaken you to a big idea that you are meant to explore. Epiphanies and aha moments are gifted to you right now, and so celebrate. Your life has the potential for profound transformation. Inspiration arises in you, electrifying you so that you can't wait to get started, bringing your ideas to life. The revelations you experience now are meant to set you on a new path, so do not be afraid to act. Explore, examine, and do not fear the changes that may come, for Spirit wants to shower you with the love, success, and abundance that you hope to experience. Now is a thrilling time of epiphanies, inspired ideas, and innovation. This is a wondrous sign for you today. I love it. Love it. Although I don't know if I was in the ocean and I saw electric eel. I'm not sure how excited I would be about that, but certainly excited that that's the card that came up. Okay, so let me find the tarot cards that I've been using. We're using the tarot. Tarot of the Spirit. Oh, there it is. Right where I left it. I don't have a whole lot of room here, so it's like a balancing act always. I've had this deck for years. I found it in one of my favorite bookstores that's unfortunately no longer there. I think the woman passed away. It was in Mashpee. I think it was called the Cape Cod Book Center or the Cape Cod Bookstore. I think it might have been the Book Center. She had new stuff, but she also had used books, and she had a lot of spiritual books. I love spiritual books, used spiritual books, because they find you. I love used books. It's like one of my favorite places to go to a used bookstore to see what's there, what's there especially for you, right? Okay. We have releasing stuck energy. So this is the 5 of discs. This is in some decks, it's like the nadir, the bottom, fear, loss, not good financially. But this deck speaks more of that situation being a product of your own ability to manifest, your own. This is like second chakra stuff, right? But becoming unstuck and starting to spiral out. And so manifesting things from that place that had originally been stuck. And maybe it was stuck because your attention had to be on something else. You know, very often, especially with cancers, so many times you're spending all your energy nurturing others that you yourself, that energy in you is not, it just gets stuck. And so you have to like start moving in order for it to get unstuck. One of the ways you can do that is dancing. Belly dancing is a great way. Yoga, anything that, Tai Chi, anything that's going to move that part of your system and get that energy, that manifesting energy. We manifest on the physical plane through that chakra. It's the chakra of sex, money, and power. So it's time to get the juju moving. And so this is talking about releasing that. So you're in the process of getting unstuck. And remember, we talked about clutter. Part of the problem with clutter is that it holds you down, it holds you back. It doesn't allow the energy to out because there's no space. So this is part of the process. The crossing card is the awakening card. It's called, in this deck, it's called compassion, transcending judgment. It's the judgment card. But this is about giving yourself the space and not judging for the situation you find yourself in, but being compassionate with where you find yourself. Okay, so it's about self-compassion, and that's going to help you to, when you let go of judgment, you allow the energy to flow. You allow spirit and soul to come in to your physical body and enliven it. Underneath it all is the star card. This is finding your guiding star. This comes through meditation, so it's important. It's an important month to meditate. In the past, we have untying of the mask. This is about taking the facade away and coming to understand who you are, not who other people expect you to be, not who other people want you to be, but who you truly are. That's happened. You've uncovered your true self. In the sky, we have great abundance, and the Master of Disc, I'm telling you, your life is moving in where you didn't manifest before. That energy is coming in and helping you manifest. You become a master of manifestation. In the immediate future, this is the card for this month. We have the Ace of Wands. This is called grounding your creativity. This is about manifestation. This is about creative spark. This is her lower chakras, sacral and root chakra, rooting into the ground and rising up in that creative energy. This is a Leo energy. And with Venus and Leo, you're coming from the core of what is in your heart. It's a very powerful time for you, Cancer. How it's seen from the outside, this is the green man here. It's called ruling in harmony with nature. And so this is a powerful card. This is dominion. This is dominion over yourself. This is dominion over nature, but not to conquer nature, but to work with nature, to work within the energy of nature. It's not, nature is not our enemy. Nature is what sustains us. Your domestic situation, the Four of Wands, opening your heart. This is a lovely energy. Again, this is an energy of celebration. We have Pan here, piping his pan pipes. So this is a time of celebration. Find time this month to celebrate yourself, to celebrate your friends, um, to celebrate the people in your life. Hopes and fears, sexual healing. I think that's a good one. I wouldn't fear that. Again, second chakra, getting that sacral chakra open, and that's where the fertility is. Outcome, balance, returning to, let's see, cosmic water. So this is a balance card. So it's also a card of self-expression. So very, very powerful energy. It's an 8 vibration in this deck. We're in an 8 month. Okay, the strength card, self-expression. Wonderful cards, Cancer. Underneath it all, everything is connected. You are part of a greater universe. And while you can't see where you're going, you must trust the process. That's the story, Morning Glory, or a little crabby wabby. All right, looks like it's going to be a very exciting month for you, Cancer. All right, take care, everyone. Have a wonderful month. Like and subscribe if you would. Share these videos if you know a Cancer who would benefit from this information. And I'm putting timestamps, so if your friend is not like into astrology like you are, tell them just go to where it says tarot reading. They can click on it and they can get this information. Or oracle card, have them check out the oracle card. It will be indicated in the drop down. And if you would like to have a reading with me, there is a link below for that. I do hour and a half readings. If it's your first time with me, I do prefer the hour and a half, but whatever you can afford, you'll get the information that you need. And you can also become a patron on Patreon, which would be very helpful to me because it would help me put more stuff out and more information out. So that is the story. Have yourself a wonderful month. I think it's going to be a good one, Cancer. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself. It's exactly on time. I like that better. Okay, take care. Namaste.